America is known for helping other countries in a time of need. For instance, Haiti was in need of assistance and we jumped into action. In the 1940s, Libya was a country that was doing very well for themselves financially and economically, with no dictators. Now, over 50 years later, the script has flipped. They need our help, and we should step in. Why should America help Libya? Libya is a country near North Africa, and the origin of its name is quite interesting. Before the year 1949, Libya was actually a part of Africa, and by the Egyptian, the name was designed. Libya was amongst one of the first countries to declare its independence from the United Nations. By the year 1959, this country required significant oil resources, which enabled it to advance from being the poorest country to the wealthiest country, pertaining to its capital. Now, oil and gas accounting for up to 95% of Libya's expense revenue, 75% of its government revenue, and 30% of the country's total economic output by Treson. Although the country gains revenue through agriculture, its people depend heavily on food input. On a darker note, Libya has been ruled for over 42 years by a dictator named Gaddafi. Corruption is rampant, and the residents are afraid to even mention his name. Aside from the government issues, the country also has problems economically. Unemployment rates are rising, and most that have jobs are working only part-time. Basic products such as rice, sugar, flour, and gas are subsidized, and it's sold for only a fraction of its original price. Many people, including children, are suffering from malnutrition and other food-related problems. And as if that's not enough, the citizens are and have been following exceedingly strict laws. Unlike the United States, Libyans are not allowed to freely critique the government. That means there aren't any laws protecting them when and if they decide to express their true negative feeling about the government in any shape or form. Internet, press, or verbal. Gaddafi even goes as far as to controlling the country religion belief. Majority of Libya is Muslim. Gaddafi feels as though that modern belief has stayed from the true original meaning. So now the question still remains, should America try to help Libya? Well, from the very beginning, America has been assisting this country, and it is only right for America to help now that they need it the most. Sometimes it takes outsiders to help with a solution, and America is all about helping and bringing individuals together as one. The assistance should not only be financially but also practically. If only money is sent in, nothing more, that wouldn't be helping at all. In fact, only sending money would most likely hurt the country even more. Without any other tools, this country would eventually run out of that money and would by then have a larger population, in which means that there will be more mouths to feed. Yet without money, they would not be able to turn their situation around. One of Libya's problems is their leader. It doesn't matter if an other country like the United States is willing to help. We would first have to get consent from Gaddafi, which seemed to be unlikely. If by chance we were granted this opportunity to help, we would have to combine a myriad of things to the format to solve Libya's problem. Money is an important factor, but there's also the needs of job, the need of nutrition and food, and also a need of less export-dependent revenue. It's a domino effect. Lack of nutrition, food leads to energy deficient workers, which led to unemployment, unable to perform their job professionally. The United States should at least put effect into aiding Libya, because it is normal, and also their well-being affect ours. Their gas price shoot up, and they are one of the main sources of gasoline, so one could only imagine that price will rise here also. The phrase "a whole is only as good as its parts" should definitely be considered here in this solution. We need to help each other out, because as said before, everyone will need help in some point in time, and maybe our time isn't now or anytime soon, but when that time comes, it will be nice to know that we have others that will be willing to provide that aid.